Welcome back to Broken Sword 1. Let's look around the apartment now. Since it's been a while. Or a day. Not really sure. Can I use the elephant box now? I have an elephant.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
And that keyhole looks like a perfect match to the key I got.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box.
That's weird.
I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
A picture of her. That attaches to the picture of
It was
the
a
father.
photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box.
Because there's him.
I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own
He doesn't
father.
look very happy though.
There was a letter. I feared there was even worse to come.
Let's read it.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No, they'll just give you a funny job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all. He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
I guess she sleeps at her table instead of her bed.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Wait, at the door?
Hello, George.
What happened in that tunnel then?
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead,
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Wait, who else died?
Pigram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Well, let's look at the scroll. I like how I kept the plaster Paris.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
So I need the tripod.
A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. There's a guy working on a loom.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Let's show her the gem.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Wow. Want some of the white
Look,
stuff?
Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Okay, Guybrush. Well, I don't think there's anything left to say to her.
Much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lopineau at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rousseau has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
I still want to know what happened in that dig site.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Cauchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Well, they said to visit the police station. Talk to that detective guy. Detective Bald Man. Oh, look. I get to talk to the guy from Pink Panther.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur. Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Okay, good. At least you didn't just dismiss it. I figured he might do that and be like, oh, you look fine, whatever.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
What hospital?
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
What more can you tell me?
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Okay. Here. Want some white stuff?
No.
Wanna...
That is not a good idea.
Okay, George. Let's go to the hospital.
See you later, Sergeant.
Can I just randomly go back to Ireland? Wait, I'm gonna try this. Oh. Oh, okay, it's grayed out right now. That would be funny. Here's the hospital. But what will we find there? Well, besides that guy, will we find Khan trying to murder more people?